Okay, everyone, and welcome back to the Technocamps Scratch tutorials. My name is Dan, and I'll be taking you through the tutorial for the Scratch Create window. Okay, so I'm sure we've all seen this page before, but we might not know every little part of it. So let's go through all of the options we have. So on the left-hand side of the page here, well, to begin, we have three tabs at the top here: code, costumes, and sounds. And we're going to go through all of them, don't worry. But starting on code, we have down the side here our categories of blocks, and they're sensibly named. So inside events, we have all of the events that will cause some code to happen. Under looks, we have all our blocks that control the way our character looks, and so on. So we can either click on the categories or we can scroll through the entire list. Then this big blank area in the middle is our coding window. So we would drag our blocks into here and click them together to code. Now, on this coding window, we can move around. And don't worry, if you fill this with code, you can keep adding stuff and this area will get bigger and bigger and bigger. So you can stretch it out as much as you want. We also have the ability to zoom in and out if our blocks get a bit too small or if we want to get a full picture of what we've done. And we can recenter the blocks using this button. Over on the right, we have our game. This is whatever we program, and it will play in this window here. This is called the stage. Now we can click the green flag to play the stage. The red button stops the game. These three buttons will either make the window smaller, meaning that we can focus on our coding, make it its normal size, or make it full screen so we can enjoy playing our game. Under here, then, we have the options for our sprite. So this is the name of this particular sprite, the cat. So maybe I want to rename him Cat. Then I can change the position left and right on the screen, and I can change the position up and down on the screen by changing these values. I can make my cat appear and disappear using the show button. Or I can make him really small by changing the size of the cat. Or I could even make him really big. And then I can also change his direction with this panel. So I can rotate him to be upside down or whichever way I want. I can do that by changing the number or spinning the dial. One thing to be aware of here is that this button will put him back facing the right way. This is back to 90 degrees, okay? This one allows him to be turned around. This one stops him being turned around. So now I can make him face downwards, but still have the character pointed in that direction. That's useful if maybe I want the character to always be facing this way, but to have him move down the screen. Because now he will move down, but he won't rotate. And that's useful. Okay, so we've got all our sprites here. We only have Scratch at the minute. And we can add a new sprite with this button. We can either just click it to be taken to all of the sprites, and we can search for them. I can search for, I don't know, a shark. There we go, there's a shark, and I can add a shark into the screen. Or I could use the categories to narrow down the different options. If I don't want to do either of those, I can paint a character, have a surprise character for me, or I can upload a picture. So we can upload things as well, which is really cool. But let's just have a quick look at painting. So this is the painting window, and it takes us through to our costumes. This is now the costumes tab. In the costumes tab, I have all these options. This is a lot like using paint, right? I can draw a shape. If I hold shift on my keyboard, it makes it stay as a circle. I can use this tool, the arrow with the dot, to change the shape I've made. So I can make an hourglass sort of shape like that. I can paint over it. Oh, well, to paint over it would be a good idea to choose a new color using this window. So I can fill it in with a little bit of orange maybe. Or I can choose the fill tool and I can fill it in a completely new color. Now it's green. Oh, and the little squiggle I did earlier that I couldn't see. And there's a lot more options here, okay? We can change the outlines to make them a different color as well. We can change the thickness. We can copy and paste, flip our pictures. Lots of stuff. Now, usually we are creating, this is called a vector, and a vector allows us to move it around and make it really big and rotate it and do whatever we want with this picture. And it always looks pretty good. We can convert to a bitmap, and this is how your photos will look if you upload them. And you can see all of these options have changed now. A bitmap is a picture. So I can still do that stuff, but can you see how it's getting really, really bumpy? It doesn't look nice anymore. Okay, and if I make it really small, it also goes quite bumpy. And I can rotate it and I can change its shape, but look how weird that's gone. That's because I'm changing a picture, not like just the lines and things. What I had before was something I built. Now I've got like a photograph that I'm messing around with, and it doesn't like that. So you can switch between these two types, but it's something to be aware of. If you upload a picture, you can't change it in the same way. Okay, that's enough of our costumes, I think. So back to the code. We've also got a backdrops window. The backdrops menu to add a new one looks very similar. So we can just choose a backdrop, maybe a farm, lovely. And if we click over here, then we can edit the stage in the same way we can edit the code of any of our sprites. And for the stage, we also have the backdrops instead of costumes, so we can have more than one background. Another good button to be aware of is this one down on the bottom left, choose a backdrop. And you'll have the same one in the painting window for the sprites, choose a costume. What this allows us to do, and it's probably easier for me to demonstrate this with the cat. Right, think of how we've got 3 sprites here. If I go to costumes and choose a costume, maybe I want Scratch to also have the costume of a chick for some reason. Then notice how it didn't make a new sprite. Scratch now has the costume of a chick, and it's called Cat. So we can add costumes within our sprites. Instead of adding a new sprite over here, we can add a new costume over here. Sounds is very similar. Okay, we've got sounds. We can change the sounds, make it fade in and out. Make it robotic. Any sorts of things here. And we can add new sounds with this panel. And the final thing I very quickly want you to see is down here on the left are our extensions. We can add new things into Scratch. If you have a microbit, maybe you want to program your microbit, or you can use the pen to draw things, and many other extensions. Also, carrying on from our last video, if you're logged in, there is a backpack. And the backpack is very cool because that allows me to put some code in my backpack, and I can then use that in a different project. So I can actually move code between different projects, which is very cool. Okay, thank you all for listening. I hope you found this useful, and I'll see you in the next session.